In April 2019, a nationwide class action lawsuit was launched under the RICO Act against Young Living unrelated to the practices at issue in this complaint. In truth, Young Living is nothing more than a cult-like organization falsely peddling the ever-elusive promise of financial success and an alternative lifestyle. I do have an update on the Hannah Alonso video situation. It has been taken down, and then Young Living posted this to their story on Friday. It says, "For those who've trusted a fake email, we have an oil for that. It's called common sense." So, if you believed that email that looked very, very real, you're just an idiot. If Young Living, which seems like it's about to happen already, takes down the MLM structure or closes completely, there goes your stock, there goes your customer base, there goes your team that you are earning off the backs of. Is it really your own business when it can just be taken from you in a blink of an eye? I think not. You can't be shady and not get exposed around here. Today we're going to be looking at the company called Young Living, and stay tuned till the end because I'm going to be going over their income disclosure statement from 2025, and it is much worse than you could possibly even think. Hi, my name is Heather. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I just started doing anti-MLM and anti-scam content here on YouTube. I'm very new to this, so if you haven't seen me before, that's probably why. Before we get started, I do have to ask you something. Oh, so important. Did you know that you have a better chance of spotting the elusive Bigfoot than you do making money in an MLM business opportunity? Whether or not you already knew that, I want to welcome you to the Sasquatch Receipt Society, where we do not believe in false narratives, hype, or magical money. And we definitely do not believe any income claim without receipts. Let's get into it. I wanted to start off by saying that none of my videos or anything I ever say is meant to directly attack or insult a specific person or individual. I simply want to shed light on the scammy business practices that these MLM companies operate under and debunk any weird or flat out lies that are being spread by the MLM representatives themselves on social media. I also wanted to give a disclaimer that I myself am an essential oil user and lover. I really do believe that they have benefits, and I diffuse them on a daily basis for the benefit of myself and my family. The main product that Young Living sells is essential oils, so I just wanted to put that I'm coming from the perspective of an essential oil user. I won't be delving too much into the weird health claims that Young Living is known for because I feel like it's been covered pretty thoroughly, and to be fair, I haven't really seen any posts like that as of late. I feel like the company has come down pretty hard on the representatives who were sharing the really outlandish health claims about the oils, telling people to put oils straight on their skin without a carrier oil or putting essential oil in their water to drink. I haven't really seen much of that. They have had people try to sue them because of the weird health claims and the borderline dangerous advice that some of these reps have given. I am strictly going to be focusing on the scammy nature of the business model that Young Living follows, as well as how the newer representatives at the bottom of the pyramid are being cheated out of their time, hard work, and money. So as I'm sure you've already heard, if you're part of the anti-MLM community, Young Living is allegedly getting rid of their MLM structure, which means their brand partners or their representatives will no longer make any kind of money off of recruitment or building a team. It would just be strictly getting a commission on the sales that they personally generate. Where this notion came from was Hannah Alonso got an email leaked to her from the corporate side of Young Living and posted a video about it, which good on her because she was trying to give the reps a heads up. This seems like it's going to be happening in Q2 according to the email, which is sometime between April and June. So that's really not much heads up at all. Yeah, so the reps don't know yet, if you didn't catch that. The email also said that nobody should be spreading this information until they make their public announcement, but it's already being spread because I feel like that's the right thing to do. You can't be shady and not get exposed around here. You can even still go to their website and join as a representative right now. Isn't that crazy? Here I am adding adding a starter kit to my cart, and then obviously I'm not going to be going through the whole checkout process, but I just wanted you to see like this is still an option on their website. And with the information that we now have, that just seems like very, very, very gross behavior to me. I do plan on making a reaction video to what the reps have to say about this on social media if I come across any posts from them. And then once this takes effect, I hope to make a reaction video to that as well, just to see how devastating this type of switch in an MLM company really is for the representatives who are at the very, very top of the pyramid. I do have an update on the Hannah Alonso video situation. It has been taken down, and then Young Living posted this to their story on Friday. It says, "For those who've trusted a fake email, we have an oil for that. It's called common sense." So if you believed that email that looked very, very real, you're just an idiot. Now, due to how multi-level marketing companies have proven over and over again that all they care about is keeping the reps blindly loyal to them and lining their own pockets, it would not surprise me if that Instagram story post was just a lie and a way to gaslight people, and most importantly, gaslight their own representatives. I think it's probably an attempt to keep at bay the numerous questions that they've probably gotten in the last few days by their representatives, because that would be shocking news to hear from an anti-MLM YouTube account. I'm betting the email was legit, and they just want to bide some time until they can figure out how to get their reps back on autopilot when it comes to recruiting and promoting the products and buying the products. And then maybe still at the very last minute, around Q2, they'll announce the big business structure change. It also wouldn't surprise me if they pushed this change to later in the year, maybe to Q3 or Q4, just so they can say,
"Oh look, Q2 came and went and we're still in MLM. I told you that email was a false rumor and you guys are so stupid for believing it."
And then to turn around and maybe do it like a couple months later, or maybe even wait till next year. I don't know, but I definitely think this email was real and they will be shutting down their MLM side of things. But again, this is just my speculation and my oh so humble opinion. Hannah's video was re-uploaded, so you can go watch it still on YouTube, just not via her main channel. I'm just really hoping she's not having to deal with like a huge big mess surrounding this thing, because that cannot be fun. So hopefully she'll give us an update soon. I've been checking her Instagram and YouTube account pretty frequently just to see if she's posted anything, and I haven't seen anything yet as of 12:37 p.m. on January 11th. Young Living was founded by a man named D. Gary Young and his wife called Mary Young, and Gary has since died. I think he died in 2018, but his wife Mary is still alive. I could go on to tell you the origin story myself, but Young Living has so graciously uploaded a video doing just that on their Instagram, so we're going to watch that together right now.
It's hard to believe that one small change could rock the wellness world forever. But it did.
1, 2, 3. We got crop to harvest. We're ready to rock and roll.
Enter Gary Young, a holistic wellness advocate who'd been searching diligently for natural alternatives to complement Western medicine. And after studying essential oil distillation in France, he knew he'd found what he was looking for.
By next year, we will be the first company in the world to actually grow, actually distill, actually formulate, and market their product from the seed up.
Gary's commitment to quality was clear, and his seed to seal standards surpassed any the industry had seen before, and guaranteed the final product was pure, potent, unadulterated, and safe for use.
Young Living is the only company in the world that does this.
And he forever raised the bar as a result. More than 3 decades later, Gary's dream lives on, and so do his seed to seal standards, knowing that our clean way of doing things improves and protects the planet, which comes full circle to protect your home, your family, and the ones you love. All of this from a single drop of oil, proving that sometimes the biggest shifts start small.
Seems like a pretty wholesome beginning to this company, doesn't it? But what if I told you that D. Gary Young has been accused of practicing unethically when it comes to medicine in the past? According to a 2021 class action lawsuit against Young Living, Mr. Young's controversial moments include being prosecuted for practicing medicine without a license on multiple occasions, running a now shuttered Young Living Research Clinic in Springville, Utah, subsequently replaced by a Young Living Clinic in Ecuador, where he employed a physician convicted of manslaughter, and allegations he nearly killed a patient through vitamin C infusions, which caused renal failure. I bring this up so you can get an idea of who is behind Young Living. I think it gives a better general sense of how the company is run. I also wanted to read a few excerpts from this class action lawsuit that took place in 2021, and I will have that linked down below so you can go check it out for yourself. The things I'm going to read, I'm also going to post here on the screen as well. The first few items listed that I'm going to read out loud are under the section titled Factual Allegations. Number 14. In 2017, The New Yorker reported that distributors are required by Young Living to make $100 of purchases per month to qualify for a commission. According to a public income statement in 2016, approximately 94% of Young Living's active members made less than $1, while less than 0.1% about 1,000 Royal Crown Diamond distributors made over $1 million. In April 2019, a nationwide class action lawsuit was launched under the RICO Act against Young Living unrelated to the practices at issue in this complaint. The complaint described defendants' business operations as an unlawful pyramid scheme created under the guise of selling essential oils for quasi-medicinal purposes. In truth, Young Living is nothing more than a cult-like organization falsely peddling the ever-elusive promise of financial success and an alternative lifestyle. So, that's a lot. Take a minute to process, and we'll keep going. This is not the first time Young Living has been admonished for falsely marketing its essential oil products. In September of 2014, the FDA issued a warning letter to Young Living because it promoted its essential oils for conditions such as, but not limited to, viral infections including Ebola, Parkinson's disease, autism, diabetes, hypertension, cancer, insomnia, heart disease, post-traumatic stress disorder, dementia, and multiple sclerosis that are not amenable to self-diagnosis and treatment by individuals who are not medical practitioners. So I mentioned at the get of this video that I'm not going to be delving into like the weird health claims that these representatives make about the oils. I just wanted to briefly touch on it just to give you a little bit more of a backstory into this company before we get into like the gritty details of it. While we're on the shady business practices of Young Living, I was scrolling the anti-MLM Reddit thread yesterday and I ended up finding that Young Living offers some form of health insurance plans now. Obviously, I know it's not health insurance, and in one of the graphics, it says this is not health insurance. It's a health share program, but I just wanted to go over these graphics with you that I found. Introducing Young Living Health Plans. Now, if you don't know much about health insurance, you would look at that and probably think this is health insurance. If we keep reading, we will see that on the next slide at the very bottom, it says this is not health insurance. Young Living Health Plans, putting healthcare decisions back in your hands. Holistic plus clear share. Anyone who prefers holistic practitioners/services and wants medical/emergency coverage at a low cost. Anyone who wants to supplement their standard health insurance for people over 65 years old. Anyone who wants medical emergency coverage at a low cost. $50 to $75 reimbursement per month of any Young Living supplement and or essential oil. Clearwater supports wellness with a monthly reimbursement of $50 for individuals and $75 for couples or families on our holistic or holistic plus clear share plans for any Young Living supplements or essential oils. How to sign up. Step 1. Sign in to your Young Living account. If you don't have a Young Living account, use my referral link to sign up for a free account. Step 2. Go to the Young Living Health Plan landing page on the youngliving.com website. Step 3. Choose your desired plan. You'll start receiving health plan coverage the following month. Step 4. Give your current provider cancellation notice. Some need 30 days. Give your current health insurance provider cancellation notice. No, I don't think I'll be doing that, but thank you for the offer. We can always count on these MLMs to give the best, greatest, life advice, huh? So there's that. Do with that information what you will, except don't call your health insurance provider and give them cancellation, and don't sign up for a Young Living health plan, please. Now let's get on with the rest of the video now that you have some background about Young Living. I want to look at what this company actually sells now for those who don't know. They've been around for a while, so I'm sure most of you know. Just for the off chance that somebody doesn't, let's go over that. Young Living sells essential oils, wellness supplements, skincare, makeup, and diffusers for the most part. They categorize themselves as a wellness company, and I guess that would be accurate if they stuck to like essential oils and wellness supplements, but because they add in the skincare and makeup, I would kind of say that they're in the beauty industry as well, kind of an overlap there. I mean, it's not a huge thing. It's just something that I noticed because I'm very into details. I have said this in a prior video that I don't really trust any company that brightens their product horizon so much like this company does. I mean, if you're known for your essential oils and your diffusers and your essential oil based like supplements, why not just stick to that? Why do you have to spread your wings into other categories of self-care? How can you do a bunch of different things really well if you're stretched that thin? Just like Monat sells skincare and makeup now, and I thought that was a shampoo company, but you know, you do you, boo-boo. I do think that one of the biggest reasons MLM companies branch out so vastly in their product types is because the reps are their biggest customer base, and they have to keep them enticed and not bored of the same products over and over again. So they just have to keep coming out with new. So these reps will continue to buy and build their overstocks of this MLM crap. I mean, probably not all of the MLM products that are sold are crap. Some of them might be really good. Like, I think probably some of the Monat products are probably really good. But you cannot buy any of these products because you cannot support the business model, no matter how good they are. Now, as I said, I am an essential oil user. I diffuse them daily, all year long. So I'm pretty well versed in like how much essential oils cost, which brings me to the next thing I want to look at with you, and that is the prices of these Young Living oils and how they are just so wildly overpriced. It kind of blows my mind. So this is just the first page of the list of their essential oils, and I just wanted to point out a few of them to you. The Angelica essential oil, $71 for 5 milliliters. 3 Wise Men essential oil blend, $136. The diffuser, this glass diffuser, is $348, and I found it on Amazon for $35 and it looks pretty much identical to the Young Living one. Cheaper alternative there. Now, the oils that I did list out are blends. So typically a blend is when they have multiple different oils in the same essential oil bottle. Typically those are more expensive. So I do want to point out some of the single oil bottles too. So we've got the bergamot, which is $41. Basil, which is $38. Frankincense is $114. The jasmine one is $120. And then probably one of the more expensive ones is the rose essential oil, and that comes in at $218 US. That is crazy. That is insane. Because Plant Therapy is one of the companies that I use quite often. They have rose for $60 on their website. Rocky Mountain essential oils, they have it for $199. That is still pretty expensive. Rose is one of the more expensive essential oils because it is harder to get, but $286 for 5 milliliters of an essential oil is borderline criminal, in my opinion, charging that much for that. Again, I am an avid essential oil user. If I were buying from Young Living as a normal customer, I would go broke. I simply could not afford that at all. And I also wanted to mention those two other companies, Rocky Mountain and Plant Therapy. They are both certified organic. Young Living says that their oils are organic from seed to seal. But if you do a quick Google search, you will see that they are not certified organic. They cannot be proven to be organic. So they are charging like 50 to 75% more than these other companies, and they're not even organic. So the wording on their website that says that they're organic and pure is just another form of misinformation and narrative spinning that we see too commonly in these MLM pyramid schemes. doTERRA is another company, another multi-level marketing company, just like Young Living, who sells oils, and they also wildly overprice their oils, and they are also not certified organic. So why don't you save yourself some money and some self-respect by not purchasing from a multi-level marketing company and just go to an actual business who is not scamming people, actually certified organic, and who is charging affordable prices, and buy from them instead. Their business model is a typical multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct selling business model for now. The brand partners, which is what they call their representatives, make majority of their earnings through recruitment. They offer 25% of product volume on sales for newly recruited members, and then they get a fast start bonus when somebody signs up with the starter kit underneath them. Which, let's talk about that for a second. The starter packs range from $115 to $280. That's not the most expensive pricing I've ever seen for a starter pack, but it's definitely expensive still. And then according to their comp plan, once you make 100 personal volume in a month, you qualify for uni-level commissions, and this is where you earn ongoing income from your recruits. So level 1 is 8% commission, level 2 is 5% commission, level 3 through 5 is 4% commission, and then the percentage is paid on the PV, which is product volume, generated by the people in your downline. So that means your recruits, and then their recruits, and then their recruits, and then their recruits. So it just keeps going down. There are 10 ranks in Young Living that you can work your way up to. It begins with associate and then it ends with Royal Crown Diamond. And then as you can see here in their comp plan, not only when you rank up do you make more money because you are getting more people underneath you, but you are also getting rank bonuses each time you rank up in this business model. There's also something called a Generation Leadership Bonus, which is a pool consisting of 6.25% of all of the company's commissionable sales. And this is shared by the leaders who are at the rank of silver and up. After briefly going over that comp plan, we can see that majority of the income does come from recruitment. You do earn commission based off of what you sell, but is nowhere near what you make from your recruits and then the bonuses that you earn from ranking up. The fast start bonus, rank qualifications, and deeper generational commissions all depend on getting people to join and buy regularly. The lawsuit mentioned that the reps have to accumulate $100 of personal volume each month in order to keep their rank and place in the comp plan, which leads me into the next thing I want to talk about, and it's something I've already mentioned, and it is that the reps are the biggest customer base for this company, as well as any other MLM company. I want to show you this reel that I found on Facebook of one of the brand partners. The caption says, when Young Living puts their must-have oils for 30 to 35% off, you gladly pull out the credit card. I believe my wellness cabinet is happily stocked now. And then she goes on to show that she bought like 20-something oils, and a lot of them are duplicates. There are plenty of posts just like this on social media of the brand partners showcasing all of their like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of essential oils that they have bought since joining Young Living, because they are required to generate $100 of personal volume every single month. This typically means that the brand partners themselves are spending $100 on oils or other Young Living products for themselves to stock up in their own homes, to take up space, to waste their own money, because their customer bases are just not big enough to come up with $100 worth of sales every single month. I don't know if you use essential oils, but like I've mentioned numerous times, I use them quite a bit. And one of these little 5 ml bottles lasts me months. I'm not buying new essential oils every single month. I'm just not even every 2 months. There's just no possible way that these reps are able to sell $100 worth of oil to people every single month, because it's just physically impossible to go through that much oil unless you are drinking it. I'm just not understanding. My conclusion is that these reps are buying it themselves, and that is backed up by all of the social media posts you can find of the reps showcasing their hundreds of oils in their bathrooms and bedrooms and whole cabinets full of oils. There are even whole Facebook pages dedicated to reselling essential oils from Young Living because these reps are just so bombarded with their supplies in their house that they don't know what to do with them. And here are just two of the posts that I saw in these pages that show the excess amount of oils that these people acquire. The woman says that this is her overstock and that all of them are unopened. Unopened, which is just crazy and very sad to me because this is a ton of money just wasted. She is recouping some of the money, but these oils are so expensive, and this picture is hundreds of dollars worth of essential oil that have never even been opened, and she is having to sell them at a severe discount to even get them out of her house. This second picture is someone trying to sell all of her oils as a bundle for $695, and she states that that is a $200 discount from what she spent on them. It is so sad that these people spend this kind of money to try to keep their rank and rank up, because that rarely ever happens, and in most cases the individuals just end up like these two ladies, losing a ton of money. Now, I don't know if the authors of these two posts are still in Young Living. I would assume not, because according to their internet policy and online sales policy and procedure statement, the reps are not allowed to sell products on Facebook Marketplace or Facebook buy and sell groups. And like I already mentioned, these reps are the biggest customers, unless you are buying these essential oils secondhand, which I think is probably okay as far as I can tell. Just like one of my skirts that I have in my closet, it is from LuLaRoe, but I bought it at a thrift store after the company had already gone under, so the company didn't get my money. I was not supporting the MLM, so buying these oils secondhand probably is comparable to buying other brands of essential oils. I mean, I still probably wouldn't buy Young Living essential oils just because they're not certified organic, and the ones that I like are certified organic and still affordable. So I'm not sure how I feel about people reselling these oils and the people who are buying these oils, like if it's moral or ethical or safe. I don't know. You can tell me what you think down in the comments below. But this type of thing does back up the notion that the representatives, the brand partners, are the #1 customer base in Young Living. There really are not many external customers, if I had to guess, because even when you join somebody's customer base, they end up trying to recruit you anyway because you get a bigger discount on the oils and the products, which ends up not being the case because you still have to buy $100 worth of oils every month to keep your rank, which if you were just a normal customer, you would not be spending $100 worth of oils every single month, unless, like I said, you were doing something weird with your oils where they're not lasting as long as they should. Little ASMR, ice chewing for you. So the next and last thing that I want to go over are the income disclosure statements for 2024 and 2025. And in typical MLM fashion, the numbers are quite grim, so prepare yourself. I was not ready to see these numbers. It came as a shock, but then also not really, because we know how these companies work. But these numbers are still quite interesting. As a direct sales company selling essential oils, supplements, and other lifestyle products, Young Living offers opportunities for our independent brand partners to earn sales commissions from selling Young Living products and to build their own business. Brand partners may earn sales commission and bonuses as outlined in the Young Living Sales Compensation Plan. As brand partners sell more products and move up the ranks within the sales compensation plan, they become eligible for additional sales income opportunities. If you've watched my videos before, you know what I'm about to say about how you are not starting your own business when you join an MLM business opportunity. You are signing up to pay a company to be a salesperson for them without the guarantee of payment. That is what you are signing up for, ladies and gentlemen. You will not be starting your own ground up business. You just won't. If Young Living, which seems like it's about to happen already, takes down the MLM structure or closes completely, there goes your stock. There goes your customer base. There goes your team that you are earning off the backs of. So is it really your own business when it can just be taken from you in a blink of an eye? I think not. Let's go over these numbers, shall we? 68.1% of the brand partners made an annual average of $31. Okay. And the next rank up, that consists of 22.2% of the company only made $295 on average for the entire year. You don't start seeing a livable average income until you reach the rank of gold, which only makes up 0.2% of the company. The earnings go up from there while the percentages of how much they make up of the company go down. If that doesn't scream pyramid scheme, I don't know what does. Not even a full percentage of the brand partners made a living wage working their own business, by the way. Yeah. So from the rank of silver all the way up into Royal Crown Diamond, that's like barely 1%. Barely a full percent of the reps made any sort of money in 2024. I love and hate to see this next line that I'm about to read to you because it is so telling of what a scam this business model is, and at the same time reflects just how many people fall prey to these types of things every single year. This line is the stats for all of the brand partners combined, and it says the lowest annual income was $0, the highest was 2.4 million, the average was 753, and then the median was $13. An average of $753 for an annual income sounds so dismal when compared to the highest earning, which was 2.4 million. The higher income earnings are definitely the outliers in these types of situations, not the norm like they want you to believe. At the bottom of the income disclosure statement, they put, the income statistics in this statement are for income earned by all U.S. brand partners who had a brand partner account for any part of the calendar year 2023. Note that the income paid to U.S. brand partners summarized in this disclosure represents potential gross income and does not include cost or expenses incurred by a brand partner in the operation or promotion of their business, which can vary wildly and might include product purchases, advertising, or promotional expenses, product samples, training, rent, travel, telephone, and internet cost, and or any other miscellaneous expenses. These figures should not be considered as guarantees or projections of any actual income or profits. Brand partner success will depend on individual diligence, work, effort, sales skills, and market conditions. Young Living does not guarantee any income or rank success. And I think I misspoke. So these numbers were for 2023, not 2024 like I previously thought. Even though the top of this says Young Living 2024 US income disclosure statement, that means it was released in 2024. So these numbers do not account for the expenses that the brand partners had to take out of their own pocket to be in Young Living. And if we remember, the cheapest starter pack was around $115. There goes all of your income for majority of the company. Just when you sign up, you're already in debt pretty much. Not to mention the $100 worth of personal volume they have to generate or buy for themselves each month, and all of the products that they're buying in order to test them to be able to sell. And we have seen the product prices. They are not cheap. And don't you love that they place the blame on you if you don't earn what the top earners do? Saying that brand partner success will depend on individual diligence, work, effort, sales skills, and market conditions. Young Living does not guarantee any income or rank success. It's just another MLM telling us that earnings aren't guaranteed.
And if you don't succeed, it's because you didn't work hard enough. You're just lazy and unmotivated.
Just like in my last MLM disasters video, when an MLM hun said, imagine thinking network marketing is a scam because Susie didn't get results. She also didn't do any of the work, but she won't tell you that part. I guess 99.4% of all Young Living brand partners in 2023 were just underachieving, lazy Susies, because that is how many people made very little or nothing at all. Now let's look at the 2024 income disclosure statement that was released in 2025. Surely the numbers are better than the disaster we just looked at. Nope, they are in fact very much worse. Now we've got 72.1% of brand partners making $24 on average. And the average for all of the brand partners for 2024 has gone down $6 from 2023, coming in at $747 instead of $753. Even the highest average earning dropped from 2.4 million to 2.2 million. And the percentage of gold partners went from 0.2% to 0.1%. And once again, they have the same
You're just lazy if you don't make money
disclaimer at the bottom of this income disclosure statement as well. When I first looked at an income disclosure statement from an MLM, and I saw how bleak the numbers were, I asked myself, how can anybody possibly be falling for this garbage? But then I became aware that the CEOs even have somewhat of a way to explain these very, very little numbers away. If you remember at the beginning of that disclaimer at the bottom of the income disclosure statements, they put that these numbers reflect any U.S. brand partner who had a brand partner account for any part of the calendar year. Meaning, even if they didn't make one sale or recruit one person, their numbers were still included in this income disclosure statement. So they tried to argue that the numbers are so low because they included these people who made no sales at all. The people who only signed up for a discounted starter pack, but didn't actually work the business. My question is, why even include them at all then? If they're just bringing your numbers down, why include their statistics in this disclosure statement? I will tell you my hunch. If they only included the statistics from the active business working brand partners, the numbers would still suck. They would still be very, very low. They would still be dismal. They would still be bleak. They would still be very just underwhelming and extremely concerning. So they need a buffer. They need to be able to say to their potential and new recruits,
the numbers are only that small because we had to report on the people who didn't actually sell anything too.
Personally, I don't think either way really matters if they include them, if they don't include them. Like I said, the numbers would still reflect that a vast majority of these representatives lose money in these companies. I also think that it should be a requirement for multi-level marketing companies to issue income disclosure statements every single year. Right now in the US, it's not a legal requirement. They can choose to upload them or they can choose not to. And there are companies who do both. Young Living is one that chooses to release their income disclosure statements. And then on that topic too, I feel like whether they release it or don't release it, that also probably doesn't matter too much either. If you release it, you see that the numbers suck. And then on the other hand, if they don't release an income disclosure statement, then they look shady. People wonder, well, why don't you want to disclose that information? What is so wrong with your business opportunity that you don't want to show us everything? Earnings are down from 2023 to 2024, and I would be very, very interested to know what the numbers for 2025 are like. I feel like they should be released sometime soon in 2026, so I'll be looking out for that, and then I will definitely be making an update video on that income disclosure statement too. I think the numbers are going down because the anti-MLM community's efforts are working. Less and less people want to buy from MLM companies, and less people want to join MLM companies too, which is pretty fantastic. I was going to post the leaked email that Hannah Alonso posted in her video in this one, but I decided not to because I don't want my video to be taken down. Sharing my opinions and the other publicly sourced information that I found for this video all fall under the fair use ruling. All of Hannah's video did too, in my opinion, but I think sharing the email is where things went sideways for her video. I really hope she's able to update us soon, and I hope that she and her family are not going through too much trouble because of this whole Young Living situation. If you liked this video, I do have a whole anti-MLM playlist. There's not many on that playlist yet because I am relatively new. And then I also have an MLM disasters playlist, which my last video was a part of that. And in those videos, I go over odd and strange things that the MLM representatives say on social media and debunk them with you. And then I also have another playlist called the MLM Files, which this video is a part of that, where I take a closer look at various MLM companies under the microscopic lens of truth-seeking and logical thinking. If you liked this one, you'll definitely like the other videos. And then if you have any content recommendations for me, things you would like to see or react to, leave them down in the comments below. I'm just starting to build a little community here on YouTube, and the comments that I've received so far have been very encouraging, and I love meeting all of you and hearing your own personal MLM stories. Please consider liking and commenting on this video. It helps my tiny channel out a whole lot. And please consider subscribing to join the Sasquatch Receipt Society. We would love to have you. It is a small amount of members at the moment, but I am hoping to grow throughout this next year. And last, but certainly not least, remember that your time is valuable, your worth is very real, and you don't need a downline to prove that. Later, Gators. See you in the next one.